Moods can change quickly. In Chêne-Bougerie, the commune where my family and I live, the first snow of winter was cause for celebration. There wasn't a lot of snow on the ground, of course, but on those first days back in November, there were funny little snowmen at the park by our house, snowball fights in our apartment complex, and the remains of snow angels all over the ground. Fast forward a couple of months, and the scene was something different. Last weekend, our commune built a snowman from artificial snow, lit a bonfire underneath him, and watched him disappear in flames. I guess this isn't uncommon here. I don't know if other communes do this vaguely pagan ritual, but it's certainly one way to send winter packing in no uncertain terms. 1 month, the snow is cause for celebration, and a little bit later, it's cause for a public execution. Moods can change quickly. It can happen at a football match, where someone starts to shove, and suddenly, a carefree afternoon is turned into something far more dangerous. It can happen at a party, where a joke lined with prejudice can suddenly stop the conversation. It can happen when a quiet night's sleep is interrupted by the sound of the phone at an hour when nobody is expecting a call. It can happen on an ordinary day, when the news suddenly comes that an airplane has crashed into the Alps. Moods can change very quickly, and that's what happens in the last week of Jesus' life. It begins with a welcome committee, people lining the streets and shouting, "Hosanna." Literally, save us. It's a word of welcome for a king. Save us from Rome. Save us from oppression. Save us from taxation that funds the occupation of our own home. Save us from humiliation and abuse. Be our king. Save us. It's a hopeful cry and a joyful one. But that mood will change, and not in a matter of months, but in a matter of days. That mood will change when it becomes clear that Jesus isn't about to save the people the way they had hoped. When it becomes clear that he is not riding into town with an armed guard behind him. When it becomes clear that Jesus will not oppose the powerful with force, but with self-giving love. When it becomes clear that Jesus is not the kind of king they had hoped, the mood will change. Jesus knows this. He knows where his kingdom and his convictions and his ways of living and loving will lead. They will threaten the powerful, they will defy every expectation, and they will lead to the cross. Those ways led there in that day centuries ago, and they always will. The mood will change quickly, but at the center of the fray, we find Jesus, enduring that change, walking into the storm, bearing the cross, proving once and for all that there is no place, no suffering, no wilderness where God's presence and God's love will not go.